Hey guys, it's gaming time. Look what I dragged in from the darkest depths of furry hell. Well, let's get started and then I'm gonna yap a bit about why I chose this game in particular. I wanted to show you the startup because there's a warning here. I kind of feel like Voices of the Void, and I guess there's also something when we played changed, but I don't remember what it was. Either way, yeah, this game contains depictions of violence, self-harm and general misery. Yeah, it really does, so I feel like it's probably important to include in the video. Right, oh right, okay, fine, we'll go through the intro first, I guess, and then I'll tell you what's happening. Okay, yeah, sometime in the second millennium, humanity's technology has progressed significantly. Things that seemed impossible before were now commonplace. At the center of it was one company. Their progress seemed miraculous, but they guarded their secrets closely. Years ago, they had created a new species, a combination of animal and human DNA. They simply called experiments. These experiments were the perfect test subjects, close enough to humans, but theirs to do with as they pleased. Okay, I feel like this is a little hard to read the sentence. And anyway, they toiled over them, twisting their biology even further to suit their needs, and as the years went by, the population only grew. None would ever see the outside. Now, it seemed that the Earth could no longer contain their ambitions. With their newly devised teleportation technology, they set their sights on a grey planet teeming with life. Soon enough, tons of miscellaneous cargo and trash was sent. Due to the calibration difficulties, just as much ended up in the planet's cave system as on the surface, but the project progressed smoothly. That was until an unknown error caused an important piece of technology to be sent deep into the caves instead. Soon enough, the scientists had devised a plan with little risks themselves. Okay, like, this is like a little sloppy writing, like, you know, and I was always taught in language classes not to and begin the next sentence like, you know, repeating the same phrase, or that's not really a phrase, whatever, man. Nitpicking. The chances of success were low, but their living fodder was plenty. You are one unfortunate specimen. Resistance is not an option. Right, welcome to Casualties Unknown, boys. So, this game, man, as you might have seen on my Steam, I had played this game for like 2 hours, and I decided, I'm gonna have to record this one. So I wanted to start with kind of like my let's play changed, when I say that, you know, every once in a while I get this furry fix. I need to play something with furries, and now is the time. Well, sort of. It's like I didn't really plan to do this, but I grew very quickly obsessed with this game. Crap, where to begin? So this one is way different from Change, right? It's this one is not controversial in the same way, whereas, you know, that game was, Change is kind of a creepy game with like sexual overtones, but available to children. This one is like way different, and I want to tell you a little bit of like how I discovered this game. So I found out some threads on 4chan's video games board, like I think in the late 2024, back when I still, you know, browsed that website. Maybe early 2025. Yeah, it was kind of like with Voices of the Void, where I saw the threads. I didn't really engage in them. I didn't browse them much. I just saw like some furry characters and like took note of that. And I guess the only thing I knew at the time was like You know what? Sorry for like being so unstructured, maybe rambling a bit, but you should probably know what this game is even about. What we're gonna go into. So this is kind of like a 2D platformer, but it's got like a bunch of stuff in it. It's got mining, it's got crafting, you know, it's destructible terrain kind of stuff. Maybe a little bit like Terraria. It's probably a bad game to compare this one to. It's got like character stats, and it's also like a roguelite, a permadeath type of game. I heard it compared to games like Rain World and Project Zomboid, and especially Neurotrauma, which is a mod to Barotrauma, which the dev like himself just straight up admitted to in some stream I watched where he played the game with some furry dude that that Neurotrauma was like directly what inspired this game. So funny thing, I have never played any of these games, so this game right here is so alien to me, like you have no idea. So the thing is, crap, it's like, so I call it like a 2D platformer, but like the main, I guess, selling point of the game, like the main feature is what the game store describes as a kind of fully simulated cardiovascular system, which is like a really weird way of putting things, but basically it's got a very detailed damage model and allows you to suffer many kinds of different injuries, you know, that you could get in real life. That's like very different from just having a health bar in a typical video game. It's very unique, and I didn't know about it when I discovered the game, right? I saw maybe some animation of XP. This guy right here is the guy we play as, or well, the experiment, of course, as the intro said. But yeah, everyone calls them XPs. I saw like not a video, like a animation, a GIF or a GIF. Fuck, I say GIF. I don't know, whatever. A webm of this guy like launching himself at like a rapid pace, like a high speed, great speed, with like a jetpack or something, just uncontrollably just getting launched upwards and like hitting their head, and like everything goes dark and a bunch of like freaking damage icons pop up. And that was my only impression of the game for the longest time. I just had some kind of notion that this game like renders unconsciousness and broken bones and stuff, and I didn't think much of it and moved on, right? This game, I got reminded of this game recently when I was like just kind of browsing fairy art, and there was like an explosion of popularity of this character and characters from the game. So it turns out that the game, which was previously like only on itch.io, kind of like Voices of the Void, has made it on Steam as a demo for now. So apparently that's why people took notice. And the thing is, so what I do with games that I like take interest in is I don't really play them usually. I typically just kind of maybe I'll search some videos, or most often I'll just like go on the internet, like look up the game and read stuff on like the game wiki or whatever. Like how much I read depends on like how big the game is and how I'm interested in. So this game is like a tiny indie one, so I just like kind of read the entire wiki. And you know what interests me about this game is like, this is gonna sound completely unhinged, but it's like 2 years ago I was like basically freaking dying of pneumonia around the same time, actually, this year, around like July, August. It was the worst I've ever felt. I was for like 2 whole weeks. It's not that long, right? But I felt like completely just I don't know, incapacitated pretty much. I like would be unable to eat anything. Everything tasted like ash, and like I had to force myself to eat something that had the blandest taste I could find, basically, to even be able to like swallow. I could only like really drink and like lie in bed. So bedridden and completely barely able to stand. would like spend 15 hours a day sleeping. Yeah, honestly, I thought I was like gonna I was gonna die or something. And during that time, I had this stupid idea, which I have to tell you about it here. This idea that like, imagine if real life had health bars. That's completely retarded, right? But like, bear with me here for a moment. It's like when you're like getting into like a really big, I don't know, like health issues. It's like kind of like you can sort of feel your vitality draining. It's like, imagine your health bar going down, but the thing is, you don't really know how much you have left, right? Unlike in a video game, it's like you really don't know how much further you can go. And I guess times like these that push you kind of closer to the worst you've ever been, like kind of let you discover, I suppose, the length of your health bar, so to speak. I don't know, it's a silly thing, but it's just kind of made me think. And yeah, that was a bit before I found out about the game, and also made me think of sometimes of like, what if games had like realistic dying? Okay, it's a bit fucked up, right? But it's like, if instead of the thing you do in video games where you kind of explode when you run out of hit points, what if you like had a more elaborate depiction of what happens, which is like kind of morbid, because like, yeah, obviously I don't know, I don't want to find out, nobody does. But yeah, so this game is here, and yeah, for the detailed damage model like that, it's kind of inevitable, as I found out by reading about the game. But yeah, this game kinda does exactly what I was like kinda just daydreaming about. So I don't know, I got pissed off when I found out about this game. It's like, this guy took my idea. But yeah, I was never gonna make a video game. I'm not big into game development at all, and yeah, it's funny. It's like, if I felt when I discovered this game, it's like, oh, I manifested my idea into existence. So great, let's check it out, right? And yeah, so I read the whole game wiki. I found out of the many different ways you can get fucked up in this game, like many different type of injuries and stuff. And yeah, checked some videos a little bit. Like I found out that this game has like some kind of mood mechanic with the pictures of depression, self-harm, and suicide. So it's kind of messed up stuff. Oh, sorry, I think you say unalive in this day and age. No, it's not funny. Anyway, yeah. So it's like, I was afraid of this game. I really was. I was very afraid of trying this game. So I did play a bit, finally, the game proper, not the tutorial thing. Last week I played it, and well, I was very shaken by the experience. Honestly, it's like, I mean, yeah, this game, like, it's so hard to put into words, but it affected me in a way no other game has done before, and I'm like really confused by it, and like kind of obsessed about it still, and intrigued, and wanna keep going and see what happens. But basically, I just played for an hour, you know. I have 2 hours played. 1 hour was like doing the tutorial once, some months ago, forgetting all about it, doing it twice. And then I played for 1 hour, basically. Yeah, I made it to like the first checkpoint where you can save and quit, and that was it. But along the way, it's like, oh boy, it's like I felt this kind of visceral like revulsion of sorts. It's like I experienced stuff like, you know, I had to like give the game negative review for this, but I felt like kind of like lightheaded, like I was about to faint from just witnessing the I know it was a combination of anxiety because of this game puts you on a timer, kind of. I was like, think Spelunky, right, where you after like a few minutes a ghost appears and chases you forever until you get to the next level. There's a similar mechanic here that we're gonna see, but the combination of like tension and just kind of feeling unprepared for what's going on, because this game is hard, and you know, you probably don't want to die, at least I don't wanna, and the depiction of the injuries that you suffer, it like made me incredibly uncomfortable. It's like the way I've felt before. Like I did faint during like medical procedures, like you know, during like an endoscopy when someone inserts a freaking tube into my nose. I really hate this. It provokes kind of very strong, like some kind of response to me. It's like wanting to like run away and just like, you know, tear off the stuff that's in me, like having a needle in my, like an IV drip in my arm. That's like also makes me sick, but not in this way. Like or having my blood drawn. That also made me faint before. Well, like, you know, going to a dentist and like having them like drill into my teeth to like fix stuff. That's also made me feel that way this game kind of did. It's like it's kind of, yeah, I just had to like, during that 1 hour I played, I had to pause the game twice. I just kind of like stand up and take a walk, because I was like, I couldn't like handle what was happening here. So I know, call me a little bitch, but yeah, I know, man. I kind of hate this game for what it does. It's not pleasant at all. But like, I don't know what's up with it. And like the thing is, I don't really. I'm kind of new to the horror genre, and this game apparently some people classify it as horror, and I don't fully understand why. Like I kind of saw what dying in this game is like. I wanna go through this myself. I saw what depiction of depression of this game are like. They are kind of intense, and I wanna like experience that firsthand, you know, as a result of my actions. But well, sorry, I'm getting like really worked up talking about this game. I can't wait to like dive into it. Yeah, I am like really rather agitated. Where was I? Holy shit. Yeah, it's this game looks really not fun to play, I'll be honest with you. And like, again, the horror thingy. So I've been trying to like figure out what I've experienced, right? So like I'm kind of I've started like recently trying to like get more like, I don't know, more acquaintance with the horror genre in general, like going to the movies and stuff. It's mostly because like the people I've been meeting are into that kind of stuff, and like the people I know, you know, they kind of influence what you do typically, or at least I'm that way. I kind of try out the stuff that people I like are into. So to my understanding, like what this game does could be described as body horror. It like shows nasty stuff, like medical stuff that you go through. And I guess it could be compared to like you know Dead Space. I never played this, but I know there's like a scene in like the third or second game where like I think Isaac, the main character, or someone like that, has to undergo some kind of medical procedure, like inoculation or whatever, like, which I think literally means putting stuff in your eye, but it's like literally it's like kind of medical procedure when you have to like slowly guide a giant needle into your eye, and if you like do it too slowly, it just like jabs into your skull, and it's really nasty. I saw it once, and like it provoked like this kind of, you know, disgust in me, but it was not the same thing I felt while actually playing this game. The closest thing I could compare what I experienced here was actually, it's gonna sound really stupid, but I kind of felt a little bit like that when playing Dota with the boys way back when I still did that. And I know I just felt like shivers one time during like when we were just preparing for a game, me and two other guys, two other friends. I was so nervous about like having to like commit, like spending 1 hour there and like feeling unprepared and knowing I will probably fuck up and ruin everything, and feeling like real kind of stress to perform well, even though my friends didn't really, you know, they're chill and casual about the whole thing, but somehow I got like all worked up about this, and I felt kind of not really what this game does, because these kind of shivers of like kind of, I don't know, terror. It's not exactly what this game has made me feel, but yeah, I wonder what else we're gonna see. Anyway, okay, I've gone on long enough. It's been 20 minutes. So let's start with the tutorial, I guess. I do wonder, because I played on a different computer. I wonder if we can do more of the tutorial, because it has multiple parts. I unlocked the first 8 cores, I think, because I reached the second layer. Or so it would seem, but I guess my saves did not transfer over. Alright, let's start with the basic training. Let's go quick through it, because I think the problem was, I heard in the past that all these courses used to be like a singular training. I think during this time you go hungry and stuff, and tired and thirsty, so if you took too long you could like die in the tutorial, because well, here we are in the lab, and apparently food and drink is not provided to a trainee. So let's get started. Yeah, you see that we've, in the meantime that I've been yapping, we are no longer satiated. The thing here called the Moodle telling us about satiation has disappeared. Let's get going. Welcome to the final revisional training course. Here we are sitting on the floor. We'll go all over the basics you will need to know for the next experiment you will participate in. Okay. Please walk towards the training armature device. Where's armature? Okay, yeah, I know that we do A and D to walk. Again, yeah, sure. I don't think this game has sprinting. I believe this is the fastest movement speed we can achieve in this game. So, oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Space to jump, hold to jump higher. You can jump off of walls too. Yeah. So this is my Cuphead moment. What's going on? This is my Dark Side film moment. This game is about, okay, now you can wall jump. How many times? Only once. Okay, makes sense. And you can also slide down walls by pushing onto them, since you have claws and stuff, sharp claws. The game didn't tell us that, but we are like a hybrid of a dog, a rat, and a human, so I think we are supposed to find it out during like gameplay, but oh well, it doesn't really that matter. This game isn't that much story driven right now. It's more about the gameplay. Oh god, we are being grasped. Agile little thing, aren't you? Now, let's go over holding things. Yeah, okay. So this game has... I want to eat. Oh, already. Item interactions are done with right click. Click on yourself to see your inventory. Click away to close. Right click. Okay. Yeah, this is our inventory. 6 slots over here. Here's something free to play with. Right click and drag it onto yourself. Then a slot to pick it up. You can hold control to see item labels, making it easier to locate them. I'm pressing control, but nothing's happening. Wait, really? Oh, okay, I see. Holding control now, it's like Diablo or something. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. You can use the item from the inventory, drag it into a center to use it and continue. Right. Tastes amazing, doesn't it? You should eat the entire thing now. Okay, so you see the condition decreasing of the nutrient bar. Solid little bar of pure nutrients and calories, neutral taste, and doesn't spoil. You really were hungry. Should I? Yeah, figure out. I should probably read what it says. Let's try something else here. No apostrophe. Oh fuck. Here's a rake. You have 6 main slots to put things in. 2 hands, 1 mouth, 3 slots on your back. A bit weird, okay. Put this one in one of your hands. I don't know what this is supposed to highlight. We're already getting thirsty from just being alive. Okay, secondary, whatever. Certain tools are usable from your main hand. Put the rake there and try swinging it with left click. Alright. Drag and drop, main hand, swing it. We are fighting the ghosts now. Well done. Who's saying that? Do you see any humans here? You can also quickly swap whatever is in your hands by pressing Q. Try it. That's nice. Quick swap. Doing things at range is also a very useful skill. Hold T to throw whatever is in your main hand. Aim for the target you just made. Okay, cool, cool. We can swap stuff. Hold T. Alright, that's the target. Marvelous aim. Why, thank you. I did hit it. Let's get that rig back into your hands now. Yeah. Way ahead of you. So this is the digging tutorial. You can dig through things by swinging at them. This will exhaust you fast, but is useful when done sparingly. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to destroy terrain to progress. Dig over to the other side. Hold S to crouch down. Yeah. Because you can't redo it without crouching. This is soil. Now I'm attacking with my bare claws. There are some damage numbers, 19 per swing. With the rake it's gonna be 33. That's much better. Could with a drink, yeah. And then we have a barbed fence. Let's see. Don't touch the pokey part. Oh, that's the pokey part, I guess. Okay, oh, the entire fence has the health bar. Okay, so it seems that the rake is universally good at dealing more damage. And it dropped a piece of scrap metal. I should stop a bit, I feel all flimsy. Some conditions like pain or exhaustion will take a while to go away. Speed up time using buttons 1 through 3 to make them go by faster. You can go normal, fast or very fast. Let's see. Then we are somehow... Okay, I don't know what's going on. Whatever, man. Fast goes at ×5 speed and very fast ×20. Wow. All rested. Okay, well that took no time at all. All rested. We'll now go over the basics of first aid. Please hold still. Oh my god. I don't like bleeding. Ouch. Your arms hurt and bleeding. Let's check it out. Open the health panel with R or the heart button. So this is what this game is all about, right? Hover over the hurt limb to see more info. Look at all this garbage on the left. Oh, RXP barked in pain. We can actually press B to bark as well. Decent is puncture wound, limb bleeding. Good news, you're going to fix it. Muscle health is 93, skin health is 70, close the health panel. I don't like bleeding. Yeah, me neither, buddy. Here's some dressing. Oh wait, oh, how are we ranking so fast now? Are we? I don't know. Wait, what? Here's some dressing. Pick it up, then open the health panel. I was supposed to drag it onto myself, right? Crap, I wasn't paying attention, but I think we're doing well. Right click, drag the dressing over the damaged limb. Okay, sure. And then we start the minigame. Look at the furry paw. Time for some physical work. Left click, wrap the dressing around. For testing purposes, it's infinite. Okay, we see the icon. What does it say? Click and drag the dressing around the limb to bandage. You don't have to use the entire bandage. Is that enough? You're saved, for now at least. You should always have some dressings on you. They save lives. Noted. Noted. Open the health panel. Once again, my arm hurts and feels weird. Shucks, looks like that wound got infected. Normally you'd only find out a while later. Okay. Close the health panel. No, wait, what does it say? Infection is at 31. Limb strength at 93. Okay, that's the total. Ability to move and exert force, sure. And 6 units of pain. Very abstract. Another important medicine. Some antiseptic. Read what it does if you wish. Pick it up and open the health panel. Okay. Hold shift to expand. You probably don't care about it. Basic antiseptic fluid counteracts infections and stings a little. 200 milliliter plastic bottle with a spray nozzle on it. Can spray 10 milliliters of liquid at a time. Okay, so 20 uses. Right, same story as before. Apply the antiseptic to the infected site. Alright. Neat. Do this every few minutes to make the infection go away. The arrow on the icon shows if it's regressing or progressing. Okay, this arrow going down. Good. Close the health panel. Okay. Infection. The infection site is swollen. Okay, wait. More detailed health info is provided in the first aid course. You can do it later if you wish. Oh yeah, I really would like to know. Take a look at this. Wait. We are dehydrated. Holy shit, how fast is this going? How fast are we going? Like dehydrated. Trash bag, you should be very familiar with it. We've seen your kind sleeping in them sometimes. Okay, it's kinda grim. It's a container, meaning it extends how many things you can have on you. Try dragging another item into it. Water would hit the spot. How bad is our first? 53, oh, out of 100? That doesn't sound good. Okay, try dragging another item into it, sure. Wow, it's stored inside. Wow. Now right click the bag and pull the item back out. Probably gonna need the antiseptic. Well, what? Did I do it wrong? Maybe apply it some more while we're at it. What's going on? Did I break things? Well done. Containers are extremely useful to have. Keep an eye out for any. Sure. Small backpack. A small leather backpack. Decays in 3 hours, only if worn. Moving has items. Here's something new, see if you can figure out how to put this on. It shows capacity, blah blah, a lot of stats. Wearable slot back. Insulation to... Okay, man, that's too much stuff. Drag here to wear, it says. So we're not gonna wear it if we put it over here. I think my arm is infected, yeah it is. Nice. Wearables work outside of the normal inventory slots. This one can also have stuff put in it. Seriously, why am I so fast all of a sudden? I thought we were much slower before. Try putting the empty trash bag into the backpack you're wearing. You can put empty containers inside others. Oops, wrong button. Okay, okay. Nice. But you see, it's like... procuring things on your own is a very useful skill. Okay, okay, so we're gonna get introduced to crafting, but I'm really rather alarmed by the first progressing. Open the crafting menu, pressing C or the button over here, right? Toggle the crafting menu. Drag an item here to show what recipes it's using. Oh, you'll make a foliage bag. To do that, you'll need to make 2 canvases and 1 rope. We have given you some foliage to do so. Recipes you can make are at the top of the list, highlighted in white. Oh, this is grey and white, barely noticeable. Click on the rope recipe, then on the rope icon in the top right, this one. Yeah, okay, I don't have anything on me right now. So, you said if I drag... Oh, that's actually very handy. Can make wood scraps, foliage meal, or a fire starter. Alright. Right. Well, actually it would be nicer to just store it all in a backpack, and then meant to do 2 canvases, right? And it's in our hand now. More foliage is being dispensed. Thank you. This is a bit awkward. I need water. Yeah. Alright, okay, another canvas. Any item with foliage quality. Oh, I guess we didn't have enough. Another canvas and a rope. Okay, this inventory management is a little janky, a little involved. Oh, come on, I didn't pick that one up. Okay, rope. Nice, halfway there. Make the canvases now. Sure. So if I... No, not this button, crap. If I drag the rope here, it says... Can make a bunch of stuff, but yeah, we're after the foliage bag. Wait, fuck, oh no, I broke the tutorial. No. Crap. Oh no, wait, I also need to fight off the infection. Our hurts and feels weird. Okay. I'll help. I mean, we need to do something about it. Hang on, oh, what? Oh, I opened the console by pressing that tilt button or whatever. Okay, again, right, do try this time. Make a rope, and we're gonna pretend this foliage bag doesn't exist. Let's get through this quick, because I don't wanna die off first. We have impaired speech because I guess I have things in my mouth. Make the rope. I have made... Wait, fuck. I'll wait, what? You can pause the game now, that was added recently, apparently. You used to not be able to... I was supposed to make canvases. Okay. When you have both canvases and the rope on you, make the foliage bag. Okay, right, man. A little freaked out, even though nothing's happening, it's just a survival thing, man. Like, I have nothing to drink. They don't care about it. Probably if you die off first, since, well, the intro kinda implied that we are just living fodder to the humans in this company. Oh my god, the first is going down really quick. Make the foliage bag. There we go. Well done. You can also switch between recipe categories or use the search bar. Oh, alright. You'll get more info in the crafting course. Okay. Let's take a quick look at the health panel again. Parched, body drying out, in desperate need of water, mind consumed by thirst. Oh my god. Look up in the top right. Those are your skills. In order: strength, resilience, and intelligence. I don't have time for this. Strength is your amount of muscle mass. It mainly improves your attacks and carrying capacity. Okay. Attack damage, blah blah blah. Info dumped. Resilience is your physical endurance and mental fortitude. It makes you more resistant to pain and tiredness. That sounds important. Intelligence defines your knowledge. It affects what you can craft, recognize, trader interactions, and defibrillator usage. Okay. Sounds also very important. You can hover over either of those skills to learn more. Also, by the way, we are 15 years old, 146 centimeters of height, and we don't have a name. We have like a number like in a freaking concentration camp. Strength resilience can be additionally increased by working out, right, using the button in the lower right. Oh, my arm feels bad. Does it still? It's always what? Okay, I didn't see. Whatever, man. Let's use some more of that. Workout. We can do some working out. Okay. Push-ups. Squats. Slightly lower experience gain gives rest experience. Push-ups give strength experience, and planks give both resilience and strength. But I have, right. Okay, let's do some squats. Whatever, man. You might have also noticed the nap button right under exercise. No, I didn't, but yeah, thanks. Okay, quality. Sleep is important for recovering your energy. We made you a little bed to sleep on. Try napping there. A dump? Oh, resilience has increased now? Okay. Parched, peckish, needs sleep. Infection is happening, drowsy and sleepy. 29% energy, and we are on a rubber surface, which makes sleep quality good. Determined by the ground you sleep on. Can sleep even pain sick, not tired. Alright, let's sleep before we die of thirst. Our first is like 27. The surface on which you sleep matters. Rubber is especially comfy, while rocks are particularly harsh. It's good to give your back a break sometimes. Okay. Did we sleep well? Energized. Stamina loss and sleepiness decreased for 3 minutes. Cool. This concludes your final revisional training. Thank God. You may now return to your designated room. Okay. Well, that was it. Yeah. That was the basics, the bare minimum we need to kind of play. We're not gonna do this yet, I guess, but let's see what we can see when we press the send. This is actually my favorite part of the game. You press the send and you immediately get, you know, a face full of fairies shoved right into your face. So yeah, nice artwork. Choose a playstyle from the presets below. You can tweak them in the custom settings panel to the right. I was hoping I'd be able to continue. Resuming an ongoing expedition. Note dying or quitting mid-layer will erase your progress. So the saves are not stored in cloud. They did not get carried over from the other PC I was playing on. Unfortunate, but maybe it's for the better. So this artwork is not actually done by the developer. I don't think. I was also curious about this game too, because it's like another one-man endeavor, more or less. This game is made by a guy called Orsonix, some furry dude. Also was kind of intrigued by this. People calling it his vent game. I'm getting very confused by what it could mean, but I could get an idea that it has depictions of depression and stuff. Let's see the credits. This game is made by Orsonix. He says there are little like messages from some people over here. He says, "Hi, no capitalization. Thank you for playing and supporting this project of mine." So this is kind of obnoxious. It started out as a small vent game. Yeah, okay, so he even says it right here. As a small vent game around mid 2024, which I completely forgot to mention. The game was formerly known as Scav Prototype, and that's yeah, the name I originally found it as. And it is amazing to see. Okay, sorry, it started out as a small vent game around mid 2024, and it is amazing to see how far it has gotten since, with so many eyes looking at it. I hope it can mean to you as much as it does to me. And then there are two other guys mentioned. Non-pixel art by Wikflix. I found out about the game right at the start of 2025 and quickly felt enraptured by the atmosphere and themes, and ended up making tons of fan art in the community as an outlet for my appreciation of the project. I don't actually pay attention to like authors, I guess, or creators of the fairy art I browse, but it's possible I could have seen his artwork before. Somewhere along the way I offered to help with art assets, and I've been working together with Moth since. Seeing the game take shape and being there to help it along has been lovely, and I hope to carry on doing it less than free. With menu art by Gato Kato. So, like, no, sorry, Gato Takato, damn it. I get confused there. He has nothing to say. Published by Oro Interactive. I thought Oro was some kind of another alias or Sonic's gave himself, but no. These people I don't care about. Who cares about publishers, to be honest? Yeah, so game has a Discord server. You can like install translations. They are not available. They are not available by default, but you can download them from GitHub. Like make your own. Can open translations for the folder. Oh, we can put in custom music. So Orsonix, the guy made the music. Apparently he's got some, I don't know. I haven't been paying attention much, to be completely honest with you, but I don't know. He's laying down some nice bops, I guess. But yeah, who the hell is Mofi, right? I actually wanted, since we already like doing anything but actually playing the damn game, I might as well go on this tangent, because I had to look that up. Like, who the hell is that, right? Because there's it's actually Orsonix, that's the name he goes by on Steam, and there's a little story I have to tell about that. So let's go back to Steam for a little bit. Let's go back there for a wee while. Yeah, I was curious about that. I had to look it up. While I was browsing the community hub, I like spotted like in like discussions. Actually, hell, wait. Oh, he goes by Colonel Baguette now. Is that the same guy? I don't know. Yeah, I think yeah. He's private, his profile. So he keeps changing his nicknames, I think. I'm pretty sure he previously posted here under like the profile Mofi. I'm so confused. Either way, the guy seems kind of privacy minded, so I did have to pry into the who he was, because first of all I had to figure out who Mofi was. I was gonna show you. I'm very sure these are all him. These are all Orsonix actually. He was changing his name, I think. Pretty sure it's like one person more or less doing these things, or like yeah. He's the only one with the title of developer here, so I think. Or am I tweaking? Is it like another person entirely? I'm so confused, man. Give me a moment now. You should figure out by like following the news, right? It usually like lead to threads that like tell you about stuff. Like who published them? I think Colonel Baguette is someone else actually. This should be published by the guy or not. But either way, maybe he goes by freaking Colonel Baguette now. I don't know. But yeah, we used to go by Moth or Mofi or whatever. Yeah, so I like looked up his Steam profile because I was curious if that was the same person. I had to confirm that it was indeed him. And funny thing is, I found out, because I was very curious too, because I found out while browsing his profile, just nothing too crazy or obsessive. Just like, you know, put his profile, like you know, the ID or whatever into the Wayback Machine to like just see if I could like find if those were the same person. And like during that time, you know, in the past he had like some there was more stuff there to view, I guess, if that's him, I don't know. And honestly, I'm having second thoughts if I should be talking about this in case this is him, because he seems like he doesn't really want you to know about this stuff. I'm pretty sure, well, if that's him, the profile used to be public, right? He had comments on it and stuff, and you could see that, like, what made me curious that I saw him like writes some stuff in Polish, and so I like snooped around the, you know, his Steam profile on the Wayback Machine, and I found out that he is indeed, or at least either is Polish or used to live here. He used to put there that he was from Kraków, make of that what you will. So, you know, I don't know, I just found it interesting because, well, like, you know, Polska kurwa, or Polska Guru rather, you know, I guess we was like trying to find out who gets to claim this game as part of their cultural heritage. Just kind of like, I don't know, it's just like, nah, but yeah, so I have no flipping idea anymore. I guess he doesn't want you to talk to him, so we should respect that, and like, let's forget I said any of that. I don't know, man. Yeah, man, this is embarrassing actually. I thought like because like I feel like I'm tweaking, but I could have sworn these threads were started by him, by the Moth guy, or Mothy. Who here is a furry? Gee, I wonder. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, I feel like he doesn't want to people snooping into his personal stuff, and you know, I don't know, it's like, I mean, I don't know how to feel about it, because it's like he made the stuff public in the past, like, okay, I get it, right to be forgotten and all that, but if you don't want to be known by the stuff, then you kind of need to like completely, you know, cut off your tail like a freaking lizard, you know, just make up a new alternate identity. And if you keep reusing the Steam profile, then it's completely, you know, it's not really, I don't want to say it's your fault that people keep finding this stuff. It's like you should know that you lead kind of the trail that you can be traced back to you. I have half a mind, out of curiosity, mindless curiosity, to just like click that profile and check on the Wayback Machine if it still leads back to him. I'm probably gonna do this, but like off screen, off camera, just like for the sake of knowing. But yeah, it really doesn't matter, and it's kind of creepy and weird of me to be obsessed about this stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to get all this out of my system, all this yapping out of the way. First, skip all episode, like tutorial, whatever, it doesn't matter. So like, yeah, going forward, we can just play the damn game and see what we can see. So yeah, that will be it for the episode. Thanks for watching. Next time we're gonna descend and also look at the difficulty levels, I guess. Technically, I suppose, let's just look at them now, and then the rest will be pure gameplay, whatever, man. Yeah, skip this part. Okay, so these presets were added recently. I don't actually know how this menu looked like before. We have like 6 different options. And over here you can do custom difficulty, which I really like, by the way. I liked it in Phasmophobia. I greatly enjoyed it when you can like customize stuff to your liking. So I'm very happy that you can change so much stuff. Unchipped, we'll find out later what it does. Disables your health. Okay, whatever. We'll do it now. Disables your health panel, forcing you to put more effort into figuring what specific ailments you have. Enables line of sight. So what it means, disables wall hug, because normally you can kind of see through walls, which you'll forget about it, but maybe I'll draw attention to this later. By the way, what a banger in the background. Okay, well, not really, it's like, but yeah, it's fine, it's decent music. Loot density, distance loot multiplier, it's like, you need to reread the descriptions to figure it out. We're not gonna get too deep into that because I don't care about custom difficulties. Trap density, distance, trap increase, whatever that means. What ambient light you have. The time limit, which is 60 minutes by default. Yeah, it's a very important part of the gameplay. It determines how long in real time you can stay in every layer before punishment. And yeah, we're gonna go with the default settings. By the way, spoiler alert, we're gonna go over the difficulties, but we're just gonna play normal. Starting supplies, experience gain, metabolism rate, healing rate, pain rate, all sorts of interesting stuff that you can like play with. Can enable or disable strokes, brain damage effects, can force sleep, low mood events, you know, special action at critically low mood, like unaliving yourself, liquid pushing around the player and objects, disfigurement, specifically apparently applying to losing their facial features. Whatever, man. If it last stands, it's all too much to take in at the start. It's like, yeah, it's way better that way when you have presets. So normal says it's the default experience, mistakes are punishing, knowledge and situational awareness are greatly rewarded. Hey, just like in Dark Souls games, huh? Time is of the essence, your death is all but guaranteed. Well, yeah, that sounds terrible, but what are the alternatives? Relaxed, a slower, more forgiving descent. Mistakes are still punishing but are easier to avoid, you have more time to explore and consider your surroundings. Honestly, I really feel like we should start out at this, but let's just go with normal. It's like, that's why I started us on that other run that didn't make it to my computer. Then you have Paradise. These caves are inarguably better than the labs. Wow. Mistakes are much less punishing, loot and friendly faces are plenty. There's little hazards or time pressure. Holy cow, okay, wait, hold on. Fuck, I haven't recorded in so long. I do need to... my throat is getting dry, I'm getting like... Okay, I've discovered I had push to mute bound to the console key. That's kinda... yeah, it's not good. I should change it. Anyway, desolate. Alone in the dark, there's little to find and hazards are everywhere. While survivors are a rarity, the ones that you'll find will have lots to share. And then unchipped. Though the lack of a chip alleviates the artificial time limit the rest are limited by, it also makes diagnosing yourself a difficult endeavor. I wonder what it is. Like when we are shown the medical panel like that, does all the information that you have displayed is just like, is it just unavailable to you? Anyway, although the lack of a chip alleviates the artificial time limit the rest are limited by, it also makes diagnosing yourself a difficult endeavor. Maybe it will be worth it in the end. Wait, endeavor? No OU? Wait, I'm getting confused. Is Orsonics like using British or American English? I guess it's American then. I forgot. Whatever. And then endless. There is no escape. This is your death sentence. How far can you make it with hazards multiplying before you? Note, unavailable at this stage as the game is currently endless either way. That's right. There are currently, I think, 5 layers you can play and the game loops, so our goal for the game would be to, I suppose, beat layer 5, the lowest layer, and then like we can consider the game beaten, but yeah, we'll be playing on normal next time, and like it says, your death is all but guaranteed. I'm really not looking forward to it. Yeah, we're gonna see. Anything else? I don't know, just wanna try to get all the boring stuff out of the way. This will be like episode 0, just like label it as such, like all the boring shit that doesn't matter pretty much. Settings, you can, oh my god, you can input your width and height to any number you want. Note that your OS might limit this. Okay. Yeah, you can toggle between windowed and borderless. Alright, VSync. The defaults are pretty sensible, so I don't feel the need to change anything. Let's see, max frame rate is uncapped, but it's overridden if VSync is on. That's fine. Pixelated rendering, that's okay, that's the part I found a bit interesting. So it says toggle downscaled of full typo of full resolution rendering. Note that disabling pixelated rendering sacrifices some of the game's intended art style, which this part really confused me, because I think, sorry for the swallowing noises, fuck. I think that usually it goes the other way around, right? Like, I mean, I can only think of the Binding of Isaac Rebirth as a counterexample, right? Because, like, if you know the Binding of Isaac, then Rebirth, the remake of the Flash game, can be considered a downgrade in the graphical aspect, because the original used, you know, these infinitely scalable vector graphics. Like, okay, the original's graphics are more sloppy because they're like drawn by Edmund, and like, I don't know, like you see that the main character's head is this weird oblong shape, whereas like it's more rounded, like more like more, I don't know, symmetrical, I guess, in the remake. But the thing is, the remake goes for this 16-bit pixelated art style, which loses definition, right? So Rebirth allows you to apply a smoothing filter over the pixelation, which looks kind of bad, to be honest, but aims to like try to make the game look a little bit more like the original, I guess, like, you know, for people who are bothered by the pixelation. So it's weird to see this reverse. So apparently the game is more smooth, but Sonic's made some kind of filter that applies pixelation. This feels so weird. I would like to try playing the game without it at some point to see what it really looks like, you know. Oh, by the way, new tangent unlocked, sorry, but Rebirth, you know, Isaac Rebirth, I think has a mod called The Binding of Isaac Reflashed that attempts to restore the original game's, you know, high fidelity art style. I never played with it, but I am interested in it, in trying out that mod if it ever gets finished, which last time I checked it wasn't, but yeah. I also don't feel the need to go back to playing Isaac, since I've done that whole, you know, super infinite breaking run where I reversed breakfasting, and then there's supposed to be a whole separate video I'm making about that, which is supposed to come out in finite time within my lifetime. Okay, darker backgrounds. Makes the cave background walls darker to improve contrast. That sounds really good. I feel like you should try playing without it a little bit and see how much it sucks without this setting, but this sounds like pure quality of life that we should really be using. But I'll say that for later. Bloom. Makes, bright things look nicer. Yeah, sure, if you like bloom. Also affects lens dirt. Okay, so I guess there's a lens dirt effect. There's film grain. Yeah, sure, we'll set it at a hundo if that's the default. Brightness is 0%. Yeah, okay. Line of sight resolution. How detailed is the line of sight shader when applicable? Whatever that is, I'm not gonna touch that. Screen shake at 100, sure. After hard falls, explosions, etc. Okay. Audio. Seems sensible. You can select how long to wait between music tracks before playing one. That's fine. Sadness music distortion. That's interesting. Whether or not to progressively distort music as your mood lowers. That's curious. I like to hear it. I mean, I hope we never get to hear it, obviously, but let's be real. I mean, this game is basically like a dying sim, and yeah, even though it's, I don't know, it's like, so the thing is, I also like read through a little bit through the again, new tangent unlocked. I'm like, I'm not gonna be sorry about this anymore. It's like, I know it's gonna piss a lot of people off, but like, whatever, man. We're autism maxing in this series. Just you know, just roll with it. So yeah, I did write a review, like a negative one, because of like how freaking awful it made me feel. The whole fainting thing was really not pleasant. But you know, again, I'm sickened but curious. But I was reading through the negative reviews, and some people criticizing the game seem to believe that this game is kind of a shock content kind of game, which I don't fully get it. Like, I guess I don't see it that way. I also don't remember exactly what they said, so I guess I won't be able to represent their arguments, you know, very well. But I guess they see this game is kind of sadistic, since you can like kind of hurt a virtual being in many different ways and just kind of like maybe enjoy their suffering. I don't know. From my point of view, I really very much do not enjoy the suffering so far, but I know maybe we'll go sicko mode as we get more familiar with the game. We'll see. I really am curious what was going to happen as I continue playing, because I really wanted to record all of this, because I feel like, you know, what I anticipate is us becoming, or me becoming desensitized to the nasty, terrible stuff happening in the game. I want to kind of experience that, see if that happens or not. For me, it's kind of weird body horror game, but like weird maybe in not a bad way. Like I said, I hate the game. I hate the idea of it, honestly. Like from what I've seen so far, I really don't think this is a fun mechanic at all. the realistic injury simulation, it really makes me wish this game had like just good old, you know, health bars and the very binary distinction between life and death. You just like run out of hit points, you spontaneously explode. But you know, let's humor the developer and see yeah, what he has in store for us. I guess. Gameplay tab. You can censor pain. Note, this isn't recommended unless you really need it to keep playing. Okay, and he also has the same thing to say about censoring mood. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if it comes to this, you know. I guess I appreciate the consideration, but it's interesting that this is like very much not the intended way to play. What else do we have? Expand item descriptions. No, thank you. I really don't want to be info bombed like in the tutorial. It's really super overwhelming, and honestly, that's been my experience playing this game so far. But you'll get to see that once you actually get around to playing. Always show hidden moodles. If on, low importance moodles will always be shown without having to hover over them first. I don't know what that is. Don't care. If on, looted items will briefly float in the air. I think, yeah, that's whatever. Sure. I don't care about this probably. If on, the recipe list will be given clear colors to distinguish between craftable. Wait, that's exactly what I complained about in the tutorial, didn't I? that the uncraftable things are like barely distinguishable because it's like white and like light gray. Yeah, I think I could use that actually. What else? Inventory use leniency. What do you mean? How much you need to wait after opening the inventory before you can use an item. Lower values will let you use items earlier, and the leniency is at 95%, whatever that means. So why don't you why don't you use like some actual like real-time values to let me have an idea of what it means? Like 95% doesn't mean anything. It's 95% lenient, guys. Thanks or Sonics. Skip intro because you've seen the intro text one too many times. Nah, healing escape is fine. A rich presence. I do not use the Discord desktop app, so whatever. Controls. You can toggle auto jump. I don't think we want that. Label view toggle. Item layers will toggle on off. I think they mean the control key. I'm fine holding control. Some of the key names are strange, like you have Alpha 1 on your keyboard, or Alpha 2, Alpha 3 for some reason, even though they are just literally just 1, 2 and 3 keys. Anything here that we need to know before diving in? We press X to ragdoll, which is something the game never discussed, but I've been informed that you can kind of scoot around along the ground while ragdolling, which is like going prone, which is a strange mechanic, but it's like it's different from just crouching. Hang on, I think like something is missing here. By the way, mouse 0 for the left mouse button. I guess that's just like Unity weirdness or something. Where's the... oh, there it is, the bark button. The all important one. Okay, it's here. Good. So yeah, that's really it this time. Okay, I've yapped on long enough. We've gone through all the stuff that was interesting to me in some way, even though it's probably boring to most people. And that's great. Yeah, like I said, next time we dive into the caves. Yeah, so thanks for watching again for real this time, and I'll see you later.